Good afternoon, everybody. Steve Black, Executive Director for BNI West and South Central Texas. And today I'm going to be talking about setting your referral goals. It's one of those things that I believe is very important to your success. I mean, let's face it, we set goals for just about everything else in our business, in our job. You know, we set sales goals, we set number of leads that we're supposed to contact, cold calling, all those sorts of goals. And I really believe that setting referral goals means you're going to be able to at least aim for something during the year. But without a target to aim for, you're just shooting in the dark and hoping you'll hit something. With goals, at least you have something to aim for. It's then up to you to get as close to that target as possible. Now, the process of setting referral goals requires you to think about where you currently get your new clients from and how you see that changing or not in the future. It's these goals that provide a direction or a motivation and the framework to take the actions necessary to achieve them. A goal is easy to set, but a good goal is tied to something meaningful. It's measurable, specific, and has a time frame. Now, there are short-term and long-term goals to set when building a strategy for referrals. And it's important to have a plan in place for both. A long-term referral goal is going to be anywhere between 2 and 5 years ahead. Now, obviously, we're not talking about that today. And your big picture should be created. But right now, I want to talk about the next 12 months. It should also be tied to the structure and systems that you need to create those long-term referrals. Short-term goals, on the other hand, I would suggest are no more than 12 to 24 months. I try to do 12 months, but they should always be geared to support your long-term goals. What I mean by that is, if your goal is to have 50% of your 50% of your business by referrals in 5 years, only doing 2% a year for the next 5 years isn't going to get you to that 5% necessarily. Now, goals are actionable items. Setting them requires a specific time frame and a strategy for measuring how they get you from where you are to where you want to be. SMART is a plan of action for putting successful short and long-term goals in place. And you look at the SMART questions to set your goals. Specificity. I love that word. What is your specific goal? What do you really want to do in 12 months' time? Let's call it December 31st, the end of the year. Measurability, that's the M. How do you measure your progress towards your goal? Achievability. What will you gain by achieving the goal? Or, is it attainable? I mean, can you attain that goal? Some people interchange those two words, achievable, attainable. Relevance. What does achieving a goal mean for your business? How relevant is it from where you want to be? And timeliness, a timed goal. What is the time frame for achieving that goal? And again, I like to look at 12 months for myself. Now let's look at some of the questions you need to ask to help you set your referral goals, right? How many referrals do you want to receive by when? Right? It's a pretty easy one. You've got to be realistic about this. You can't sort of say, I'm going to get 100 referrals when you got 0 the previous year, unless you plan to change a lot of the way you do business. And that's where BNI can come in, by the way, if you're watching this and you're not a BNI member. So how many referrals do you want to achieve by when? The second thing I like to look at is, where do I plan to get these referrals from? Now, in BNI, we have a structure and a system designed to help us create those referrals. And if you've been in BNI for a while, you can look at your previous 12 months results and say, where do I want to go from here? How much do I want to increase them by? If you don't have BNI, then what you've got to do is say, where do I currently get my referrals from? And how do I plan to do that in the future? Now, how many referral partners or sources of referrals do you want? That's number 3. So referral partners are businesses that can also send you referrals. In BNI, we call these contact spheres or power teams. And referral partners are a great way to get a consistent flow of referrals for your business. How many referral sources do you have right now? And if you've got one now and you want 15, is that realistic? Is it relevant? And you also need to identify who they're going to be. How are you going to educate your referral sources? Education is critical to your success when it comes to referrals. If you think about referrals, people giving you the right referrals, the good referrals, the great referrals, they can't do that if they don't know what a good referral is. And to get a good referral from them, you're going to have to educate them on what a good referral is. How are you going to reward or thank your referral sources? You can do the standard thank you cards. You can put them in the mail, or you can use an online system that's available. You could send gifts, rewards, prizes, gift cards, whatever you want to do. but the reward system's got to be relevant. And I think tied more to what your referral source wants rather than what you think you should give, right? Try to make it personal, try to make it important to them so they value it and want to do more of it. How will you know if your referral sources are sending you more of the right type of referrals? What I mean by that is if you could actually double your referrals this next 12 months, but they're actually worse than what you originally wanted. Okay, so you'll need to be able to measure the quality of the referrals, not just the quantity of the referrals. And what resources do you need to create your system or program for getting more referrals? Again, I've mentioned BNI a couple of times during this. If you think about a system is designed to create something on a regular basis. You'll have a system in your business for working with clients. You'll have a system for doing your products or services. You also need a system for generating leads, a system for creating referrals. And you need to find those resources to help you create your system or program for getting more referrals. There's many, many more questions you can ask yourself, but this will be a good starting point for creating those goals and getting more referrals. Now, if referrals are one of the ways you want to increase the number of clients, then you really need to consider a plan to getting them. Leaving it to chance is not a great strategy. It's like having a goal and not writing it down is kind of like a wish, right? And a wish doesn't always come true. There's a lot of things we could have wished for that could have turned out differently this year. So you've got to have a written goal, and you've got to figure out where you need to go, where you need to get those systems and create those systems to create those goals. Finally, do not be afraid to change your goals. I see too many people get really disappointed, downhearted when they don't achieve their goals. And there's so many outside influences, sort of things completely beyond our control that will not necessarily help you achieve your goals. I mean, I say 2020 has been one of those years where a lot of people probably beat their goals, but I know a lot of people unfortunately didn't get anywhere near their goals. You've got to be able to adjust with what's going on in systems. Now, if it's your fault you don't achieve the goal, then you just need to slap yourself around the back of the head a couple of times and get to work, get to achieving their goals. If you need to set those big, hairy, audacious goals, BHAGs, make sure you have lower expectation goals as well. The whole thing about a BHAG is only supposed to be achieved if absolutely everything in the world, life and business happened exactly as it should. Setting a BHAG and thinking that's your only goal is something you're going to be letting yourself down. So I like to set 3 levels of goals, to be honest with you. It's like 1 is the minimum I want to do. It's always a lot better than I actually am doing right now. So there's my minimum. There's my mid-range goal. This is really my ideal place of where I want to be. And the BHAG is the one that if everything went right, everything was just perfect, I'd be able to achieve that goal. Hey, do you have referral goals for your business? Let me know in the comments below. And if you need to find out more about BNI and how we create referrals with our system, you can visit us at bniwesttexas.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to set those goals for your referrals. Take care.